Hello everybody and welcome back to another beautiful day on SAXLINGHAM. So it is still August and we're almost ready to move on, but we do still have a field full of bales over there. We made so many bales in the previous episode, so let's go and get them all cleared up and put into storage. It actually won't take too long at all because we do have the fantastic auto stacker, and there's been some good suggestions posted in the comment section of the previous video, so I think it would be quite wise to act on those good suggestions. So one of them is actually to sell the combine, which I know sounds a bit extreme, but we are the furthest away from next year's harvest that it's possible to be currently, and yeah, I think our combine did have quite a few hours on it despite it being a good combine. So yeah, the suggestion was to sell it, get the incredible amount of money for it because it's still going to be worth a lot of money, and then use that money to not only buy a new tractor, we'll sell this one too, buy a new tractor, but also it's going to give us money to do other stuff, and then next spring we can buy an even bigger combine on a hire purchase. So I think after last year's harvest, this year's harvest, yeah, it makes perfect sense to only get a Lexion 8900 because it did so well, and it was noticeable where I was doing the baling, where the 1080 header had been rather than the 1380 header. It just makes baling a much longer job and harvesting a much longer job. It took an episode to do each field. We did 3 fields after these 2 over here, and each one took an episode, which is actually too long. So I think we are going to get a Lexion 8900 on hire purchase next spring, and in the meantime we'll be able to upgrade tractors and drills. We need to get a new drill because, as we found out in the previous episode, our drill is not the largest. So yeah, it would be wise to get the new tractor at 300 and something horsepower and the new drill, and then we can start to put next year's crop in because it is almost time. With it being August, this is all set up to the UK, which is great. So we are going to be doing wheat and barley and everything, and as you can see, the planting season is almost upon us. September, October, November. And it would be good to do canola, even though in some parts of the UK canola just doesn't grow anymore. You see, not too bad at all. Yeah, maybe it did take over 10 minutes, but it would have been a lot longer if I'd used a telehandler and trailer. Right, so I think probably the best thing to do is just to go and retrieve the gator, because otherwise that is going to get stranded in the field. We could just get a worker to bring it home for us, that'd be a solution. But as we're here with this one, we might as well just go and get it. And yeah, as soon as everything is in the shed, all the bales are in the shed, what we will do is we'll move on to September, and I think we will then, we'll certainly sell the tractor, probably sell the combine, providing the combine is actually worth a serious amount, which I think it probably is, but we'll have to check first. And then, yeah, we'll get the new tractor, and we'll get a drill. We need to sell the drill, because the one we have is not bad, but it's definitely not big enough for what we have. I need to fine-tune my driving here. Because I know this is possible. I just keep catching something. I don't know what I'm catching. Yeah, and I think you can use this gator as a portable workshop. I should use that. I think it's probably something to do with the way I've got that. Yeah, I think probably like that. The ramp is a little bit too high. Let's just see if I do that from the start. Well, it was either too high, or I'm still just not aligned properly. We're in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just too big for this transport platform. I'm not too sure. But it's in. It is in. And it means that we can get this taken back to the edge of the field and eventually to the back to the yard. Although we'll probably just get a worker to bring it back for us. The point is they are together, so we don't need a worker to do both. Okay. Yeah, so the new tractor is going to be another one of these, a T7. I think it's a T7 300. And I think we'll probably get another tractor in the future, which will likely be a Fendt. A big Fendt. But we are going to start drilling today. Well, when I say today, I mean this episode. Right, what is our grand total? 121. So yeah, even if the capacity was half that, 'cause I've seen some people say that they've got it half, maybe they've got an older version. Even if it was 250, that would still be plenty big enough. So I think we'd really struggle to fill a 500 bale capacity shed. That would have to be one phenomenal harvest. Anyway, yeah, we can go and put this down here. I think what I would do is we'll go back to the field. Just going to sort everything out. We'll bring the combine home. But, yeah, we might sell it. It does almost seem ridiculous selling such a big and new combine, but we actually have outgrown it. It's also an 18... Actually, how can it be an 18 reg? Isn't that series 2020 onwards? Oh, you have to correct me if I'm wrong there. I thought it was 2020 onwards, but maybe it was 18? Yep, can't say confidently. Okay, the header is not in. I don't think it was last time either. But no, we are going to sell it because it's going to be worth the upgrade. It does have 153 hours, which isn't much in real life, but it is a lot in the game. I don't have the money to repaint it. Not that you would normally be repainting a combine of that age. Whoa, the header was worth nothing. Okay, well there we go. And we do have a tractor to get home in. They are thankfully blocking the traffic from causing a nuisance. Yes, we've got 194,000 for that combine, which I suppose wasn't too bad. I don't know what Farming Simulator hours really convert into, but 150 engine hours, I get the feeling in real life would be like the equivalent of 2,000, I'm not too sure. And should we sell this trailer? Actually, we didn't use it at all in that last harvest, so maybe we should. Depends what it's worth, because it could be handy as a backup trailer. We could also use it for other materials other than grain. But if we can get, I don't know, £20,000 for it, then that's obviously going to be worth it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not bad. It's only 5 months old, okay. Yeah, because we've got the Bailey trailer, and we might get a second Bailey trailer if we get desperate. And, oh, should we just get rid of this now? We might as well. We're here. This is a 16 reg. We're going to get a 25 or 26 reg. So yeah, this has dropped in value quite a bit. I hope we've got enough money for the new tractor. I know tractors of this size are not cheap, but if we get it under the hire purchase scheme, then yeah, it's more affordable. Actually, I didn't think of that. We could get a T8, although I don't like the look of them in comparison to the T7. The T7, in my opinion, looks a lot better. But we could get that. Let's have a look. Let's go for this one. Yeah, that it looks good. That does look good. Price-wise, not a major difference actually. Let's look at this properly. So that would be £270,000, and that would be 300 horsepower. And then if we went for an equivalent horsepower in this series, so, well, 350, it's 50 more, only a 292. So actually this seems to be better value for money, and it's going to have a bigger chassis. We could just go for the biggest, because if we're going to get it under hire purchase, we don't need to spend all this money in one go. So I would certainly want to go for at least wide tyres, maybe tracks, but yeah, wide tyres look seriously good. I think if we can get that, shall we get that? I know you can't respond live. Why is it coming back with that registration? Interesting. Well, what were the other... I don't know what the other number plates were, actually. There must have been... Oh, I can't remember. Was it something like Norfolk? So NR... F... Yep. Okay. So Norfolk, 75 reg. On the back only. And that wants to go through hire purchase. So we're not going to... be tight with this. We want to put down as much money that we can afford. The more we put down, the less it should cost. I think probably we could actually go with 50%. We're going to make so much money this December from all the bales and all the grain. So let's go for 50%. And of course I can't tab to it. Love how the character here changes. So you've always got somebody different to talk to when you come and service your machine. So yeah, I stick with what I said. This tractor, in my opinion, is not as good looking as the T7. I keep opening up the night vision. However, money-wise, it seemed to be the best one to go for, especially as we are going to get that big drill. We could buy the drill now. We need to come back, though, with the other one. Let's just go and get the other one. We haven't rested yet, either. But yes, it is nice to have a brand new tractor. I've always found it interesting how these New Hollands have got like an iPad screen as their dashboard. And actually, I think the other tractor we had, it was in the centre of the steering wheel. I don't know how that works. It feels like an iPad screen. It seems nice. I wouldn't say it's as nice as Matthew Ferguson, because I'm, obsessed, but it does seem very, very nice. Okay, here we are. So The drill is just around here. I suppose all these fields are going to require lime. I don't know if we can get a worker to do that. I don't really want to spend forever spreading lime. So if we can get a worker to do it, that would be great. Oh crikey, who put this in here? You can tell it wasn't me because I would have known that it barely fits. Wow. That probably shouldn't have been in there, I don't know. Good grief. So I've just demolished my wall. We better not tell them that I've just broken and bent the frame. And I've just done it again. Oh, crikey. You know, I could just edit this out, but I'm trying to be genuine. Mistakes happen, and I know I'm kind of useless. Might even have trouble getting it into the trigger. I think their doors are probably a bit wider than our one, but I don't want to demolish their building too. That would be embarrassing. That is worth more than I thought it was going to be. Not bad. So the drill is the sort of thing which I would like to buy outright, but I suppose when we've got hire purchase, it does seem kind of silly to buy anything outright to begin with. We might as well just pay it off over a period of time. And because we do have the power, we can probably move on to something a bit bigger than what we normally go for. Although just weighing it up, prices and speed, this one still seems to be the one to go for. So yeah, I think we'll go for the Bednar. We will do fertilizer as well. And well, license plate wants to be the same, I think, as our new tractor. Bing! That will do nicely. And we'll put a hire purchase of, I don't know, 2 years, 50%. Yep. Yeah, so obviously we are going to be paying out these hire purchase repayments all the time. But, as I keep saying, there is a big sum of money coming our way. We have a lot of grain and we have a lot of bales. And we don't have to keep spending money on things like animals, which would get rather costly. Alright, so seed. Let's get some seed. Not sure if we start off with any, but you can never really have too much seed. There we go. And yeah, we do need to actually open this one out to be able to refill it, otherwise you can't refill it. But I will get this done and we'll get it taken back to the yard and then we'll rest. Right, so that would have been one ridiculously long day if that had been a genuine day, because we've just done all of our harvest, I think, in 1 month, which of course is 1 day with the way we're playing. So, here we go, let's go through to 8 AM. Yeah, we have not got time to waste, we can't go through to our normal 9 AM. I used to go through to 9 AM. Oh, look at those stars. I'm sure it looks different to the base game map. Okay, so there we go. Leasing costs are there, basically paying off these machines that we keep buying. But it's manageable. That is the point. We can manage it. There is rain coming. Rain isn't actually a problem in this game for drilling. But what is a problem is if the fields are not spread with lime. So let's have a quick look here at the precision farming page. I didn't realise those two were sandy loam. That's not good. That's not good at all. And yes, these fields do need a lot of lime, which is also not good. Oh look, you can see the bonnet on the screen. Yeah, so clearly, first things first, lime needs to be spread. I would prefer a worker to do it. I don't know if a worker can do it, but that would be my preference. So anyway, let's just get some lime ordered. There's not really two ways about it. Well, there are two ways about it. You could just not spread lime, but if you don't, we're gonna see a massive decrease in yield next year, and that would not be good. It would just make me think, oh well, what's the point in playing if we're not going to play properly? We've got to play properly. After all, I'm trying to play semi-realistically. There would have been a time when I'd have said, I'm trying to play realistically, but the problem with saying that is people expect too much. You can't play 100% realistically, because after all, as good as it is and as amazing as this map looks, it is still not real life. It is still a simulator, it's still a game, so there are limitations. But my goodness, this map is good. Just going to pop this spreader into the workshop, because if we can upgrade it to be a bit bigger, it would be desirable. Because currently, yeah, it's not bad, but we want to get as much lime in there as possible. I will repair it as well. Okay, so yes, extension big, and also we want the wide spreading discs. 6 meter spreading unit. That should be good. That's £10,000 upgrade. Yeah, let's go for it. It's a well worthwhile upgrade. A lady has been stood there all night. Alright, so we'll try and pick up fertilizer. So I need to be a bit careful here. We do not want to load the fertilizer up. I don't know how long this will take actually. Maybe we can just get it done fairly quickly. For those just joining the series, we have sold the 2 starting fields. You do start off with field number 3 and field number 2. We've sold them. We still have these 2 starting fields, but we've purchased field number 18, which is a very good soil type. Mostly loam, which is great. It's also more local. We're going to buy 8, even though the soil type isn't the best. We just need to make sure we can afford the combine, but I don't think there's going to be any concern at all. Just because of how much wheat we have in storage, and because we have the ability to sell when the price is at its best. So, yep, let's get over to field number 8. Let's spread lime. This is taking quite some time. Well, we do need to buy a JCB, telehandler and a flatbed for moving the bales in December, so I probably should just get a flatbed and a JCB now so we can take a load to the other fields as well, because this is not the only field that needs to be done. Yeah, I kind of wish we didn't have to always do lime spreading. We don't have to if we don't do precision farming, but precision farming is good. So yeah, I don't think we need to do it every year though, so that's something at least. Probably every other year. Oh, blimey. I did indicate, maybe a little late, but I did indicate. Oh dear. And that is another load ready to go. This might be the last load we need for this field, hopefully it is. Can't believe how much it's taken. Like in real life, you'd have aggregate lorries bringing, or tipper lorries bringing the lime to the field, putting it in a big pile, and then you load it up from the ground into the spreader. So we certainly would not be carting from a dealership. That's just the way the game does it. Although of course you can get the lime fill points, which is a good idea. I don't know if we have one on this map. Looking at this again, we probably will need to go back for another load, I just don't know. But let's get it finished off. Yep, so we did have to go back for another load, but look at this, we're done, which means that next time we can start drilling this field, and yeah, well, hopefully the class tractor will be okay at pulling this in the other two fields. They're very, very local to the yard, so there shouldn't be a problem, but we'll also buy the telehandler next time, so we're not going to keep driving up and down from the store, because that can take quite a bit of time. But it's true, it just takes a long time to do lime spreading, but we will see the effects of this. We will be rewarded for the time it has taken. But please do comment down below. Do you want to see this sort of thing all the time? Do you want to see us lime spreading all the time? Same with the competitive multiplayer? Or would you prefer it if I just didn't do precision farming and switched all the lime stuff off? Because at the end of the day, I want to keep these videos as entertaining as possible. Right, okay, we're done. Let's go and pop this back in the yard. Alright, we don't really need to be too thorough with this, as it's going to be coming out immediately in the next episode for these other two fields. Well, I say immediately, that's providing the class tractor can actually pull it, because we'll be on the drill, hopefully. Okay, so please remember to like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you're happy with the tractor purchase, the T8 435. Blimey, that's big. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.